Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L. Tutoring Central. It's been a while since my last video. There's been a lot going on. Sorry about that. But I'm starting a new series called Steps to Success. And the reason I'm doing this is because a lot of students ask me, either online or in person, or parents want to know, how can I do better in my studies, if they're taking courses or if they're going to school. And there are a lot of study skills and strategies that can be taught. I even have a separate course that over 2 or 3 days teaches you a lot of different study skills and strategies. However, when you're trying to learn everything at once, it can be overwhelming. It can be far too much. And even in the course that I teach, I suggest that I'm giving you a lot of tools all at once, but I want you to, after the 2 or 3 days that we've spent together, take 1 or 2 and practice those, and then introduce another one, and then introduce another one. And this is what I'm suggesting in this video series and the blog series, is that you start slowly. Take that first step. Because what happens is a lot of the time we become overwhelmed, and so we just basically give up and we go back to whatever we used before, whether it was successful or not, and we hope it works this time. The problem is, if it didn't work perfectly before, it's probably not going to do any better the next time, unless you have not used it correctly, whatever that study skill or strategy is that you've been relying upon. Now, if you have 100% or 98%, let's say, in most of your courses, maybe you don't need to change your study skills and strategies. But for most of us, myself included, there is always room for improvement. There's always something we can do that will make our life easier and yet our studies better, and we get more out of it, not only in terms of grades, but in terms of knowledge. You know me, I'm always saying the largest benefit, the biggest benefit, is the knowledge that we get. Developing our brains and improving ourselves. That is the real payoff. We need the grades, and if you're looking to improve your job situation, more money helps too. But really, the more knowledge you have, the more you can get, and that's going to help you in all other areas. So focus on the learning, focus on getting that knowledge and gaining those skills that you need in whatever discipline you're working toward. So what I want you to do, instead of trying to learn all the study skills at once, is take one step at a time. Take that first step in the right direction, and then week by week we'll be adding a new tool to your toolbox. I want you to practice it for the week, and then we'll add another one. And you continue, of course, to practice the ones that you've already introduced. Now, maybe not every single skill will work for you, so you will, over time, choose the ones that work the best. But don't give up any too quickly, because a lot of the time I have students say, this will never work for me, I'm not going to be able to do this, it's taking too long. Of course, it takes a little time at first, but then it becomes more automatic, just like riding a bicycle or learning to cook. Whatever you do automatically in your life now, you didn't when you first started. It took you a lot of time. And maybe it was something you really loved, like a certain video game, and you spent hours and hours and hours until you became as good as you are now. Well, everything takes a little bit of time. So don't discard a skill before you've given it a fair chance to work for you. I know students who tried taking notes for a week and then said, oh, that just doesn't work for me. I don't take notes because that doesn't work for me. No, you have to actually do it, and you have to do it properly. Here's your first step. First step. Very easy in some ways, but it might be more complicated than you think. I want you to make the commitment. How is that a step, Ron? It is a step. You have to be prepared here to start change, making change. Change is always difficult for most people. So I want you to make the commitment. So what I want you to do is write it down. You could maybe write it down on a little sticky note and paste it on your computer or on the wall beside you, wherever your workspace is, to remind yourself you're making the commitment to change. And then After this week, I want you to keep reminding yourself, I'm going to change. I'm going to introduce study skills and strategies. I'm going to start becoming an even better student. Maybe you're already a good student, but you're going to become an even better student by using study skills and strategies that perhaps you haven't used before or you haven't used fully before. So that's it. Step 1, make a commitment to making change in your study skills and strategies. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel to make sure that you can get back and see the other videos in this series and, of course, the others. Look back at some of the older ones as well. And if you have a comment, a question, a suggestion, you can always put it below the video. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can check out the website. I'll put the link below, and you can email me. I always like hearing from students or parents of students. To me, we're all learners, we're all teachers, so it's always nice to hear from you. It's Ron Johnson from L.T.L. Tutoring Central, and until next time, have an amazing week. Bye-bye.